Hi everyone, and welcome back to the London Watch Collector channel. Apologies guys for the delay, but here it is, the full unboxing of the Omega Speedmaster 50th anniversary Silver Snoopy Award. So we'll just dive right into the unboxing. I'll be covering everything that comes with the watch, including the accessories that I got. So as you can see, the presentation of Omega is always perfect. The red shiny Omega carrier bag. So a couple of accessories, starting with a candle, which makes a nice decoration. I've kept it in my office next to all my other plaques. Next, you have this newly beautifully designed watch case. Again, Omega red with beautiful material, very soft to touch. And the design is just beautiful. You just open it up and you're presented with a cushion that you can remove the inner one for smaller size, i.e. ladies' watches. And then you have a small card at the bottom of that where you can use it for a bracelet, just like the ones we've seen when you pick up your watch from the Rolex Service Center. It comes in a velvet pouch with a small card whereby you slip it onto the watch to prevent it scratching the bracelet. Next is the receipt. So I picked this up from the Old Bond Street boutique. I've dealt with Sarah and Daria. As always, a big shout out to them for always looking after me. I paid £8,250 for it. This was back in April this year. So once you remove the outer cardboard box, you're presented with the Omega navy blue box. So the smallest presentation I've seen was the Speedy Tuesday one, more of a pouch rather than a box, but this one has a nice touch. Size is just perfect, not too large, not too small. Below the box, if you pull that thread, you'll have the catalog, which is a very nice feature. And of course, with all my reviews, I cover everything, including the catalog. I'll try not to make it too long, but just to give you an idea. First page with Snoopy, and it tells you the story of Omega, Snoopy, and the greatest heroes of space exploration. So you're probably wondering, why are people going crazy over this watch? Isn't it gimmicky like Ultraman, which is Speedy Tuesday 2? But Snoopy is actually a different story. Because believe it or not, NASA has chosen Snoopy as a space mascot, and it's been the case for over 50 years. The Silver Snoopy Award is one of the highest and most prestigious awards an astronaut can get, and since 1968 until today it's been given only to around 1% of the eligible recipients, proving how rare and special it is. And on the left is the certificate given to the Omega Watch Company in Switzerland on the October 5th, 1970. And this was the date, 5th of October 2020 was the date that the Snoopy was announced, and they've purposely done it in such a way that it was exactly 50 years later. So Omega and the Apollo 13 mission. Just 6 months before Omega received its Silver Snoopy Award, the Apollo 13 mission lifted off on Monday, April the 11th, 1970. The crew, commanded by veteran astronaut James Lovell, was destined for the moon. This was to be the third ever human lunar landing. Just 2 days after the launch, an oxygen tank exploded on board, crippling the service model and plugging the astronaut into a truly horrific situation. The mission to the moon was abandoned. Now it was simply about getting the crew home safely. Part of the innovative rescue strategy directed from Houston was to move the astronauts into the lunar module. This craft, however, was not built to support so many people for such a long time. Therefore, to conserve energy, the crew shut down nearly all power, rendering their digital times obsolete and leaving the astronauts at the mercy of dark and freezing conditions. The astronauts relied on their Omega Speedmaster professionals to time the mid-course correction that ensured proper re-entry of the heavily damaged craft. And finally, on April 17th, Apollo 13 splashed down safely in the South Pacific Ocean. The watch had played its part and performed exactly as intended. So moving on to the guarantee card, Pictogram, international warranty. So remember when I told you guys that I'm gonna have to check with the boutique why was the watch not given with any leather pouch. Apparently Omega has changed it when it comes to the Snoopy. The cards actually sit underneath where the watch sits, but I thought to keep it more exciting, I want to finish everything and keep the watch for the last. So what I've done is I've kept the cards outside. So the first card you see is the Pictogram. It has the reference number, the watch number, and it tells you the caliber, which is a 3861. At the back you have stamps that indicate a couple of important things. So it's an automatic, a coaxial, COSC certified, 5-bar water resistance, 5-year warranty, a sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel, manual wind, master chronometer, 15,000 gauss. It has a tachymeter and a silicone balance spring. The next one is your master chronometer, which again has the reference number followed by the watch number, and then you have an access code. So there's actually an app called the Omega Scanner. It's like a contactless. You just put it next to your phone, it scans it, you have an access code, and then you'll be able to see what sort of tests the movement has gone through, which I actually found quite interesting. It shows the advance in technology, the modernization, and it tells you more about the watch that they can ever put in a booklet. Last but not least, the most important one is your international warranty, which you should never lose. Again, reference number, watch number, and the date, as well as the stamp of your authorized dealer. Look at that beauty. Isn't it just marvelous? As you can see, exactly at the center there's an AG925 indicating that the dial is a silver dial. The hour markers are actually applied. The Omega logo is also applied. The tachymeter from 500 all the way down to 60, as well as the dot over 90, as you can see there, which is very important in the Omega Speedmaster world. So the 42mm case is made out of stainless steel. It's presented on a blue nylon fabric strap, which actually features the trajectory of the Apollo 13 mission on the lining, as you can see there. The silver dial has a blue PVD angle-shaped hour markers and hands, giving it this beautiful look, and the silver Snoopy medallion at the 9 o'clock subdial. The case back, which has a vision of the far side of the moon, has been decorated on the sapphire crystal using microstructure metallization. An animated Snoopy in his command and service model is shown on a magical hand, which rotates when the chronograph function is used. An Earth disk rotates once per minute in sync with the watch small second hand, along with the black engraving on the case back in tribute to the Apollo 13 and Omega Silver Snoopy Award, a blue ceramic bezel ring with a white enamel tachymeter scale driven by the Omega Coaxial Master Chronometer caliber 3861, certified master chronometer with a coaxial escapement, approved by METAS, free sprung balance with silicone balance spring, rhodium plated finish, bridges with straight Geneva waves. The power reserve is 50 hours. So features of the watch: it's anti-magnetic, the movement is unaffected by exposure to strong magnetic fields, even those greater than 1.5 Tesla. or 15,000 Gauss. The chronograph function is a mechanism for measuring time intervals. Master chronometer is certified, guaranteeing the Swiss industry highest standard of precision. So the lug width is 20 mm. The case is made out of steel. The case diameter is 42. The dyed color is silver. The crystal is dome scratch resistant sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment on both sides. Water resistance is 5 bar, which is equivalent to 50 meter or 167 feet. And a loom shot, of course, guys. The bracelet is coated nylon fabric strap. The engraving at the back. So from the top left, you have the Silver Snoopy Award presented on October 5th, 1970. And then on the bottom right, April 1970 was the month where the Apollo 13 mission took place. And of course, guys, no reviews complete without a wrist shot. So I've been wearing this watch for more than 2 weeks now, and the strap actually became softer, more comfortable. Initially, I was complaining that it was too hard, but after some wear, it just softened up and it actually works perfectly. As you guys know, I love all my Omegas on a strap, except for the 321 and the 50th anniversary moon landing, because these bracelets are just superb and extremely comfortable. Anything else, I would prefer it on straps. I hope you enjoyed this review. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.